So we're at our Belgian countryside project today in Mapleton, and I wanted to do a little walkthrough to show you some of the different things we've got going in the house. So we have two different Dutch doors, one on the back, one on the front. These Dutch doors are really cool. You can see how they open and close separately. These have to be installed just perfectly. They have to be lined up just perfectly because they're really like setting two doors on top of the other. So the laser has to be perfect in setting them up. The reveals have to be perfect. Okay, so we just got done finishing all the hardwood floors. So now that the hardwood floors are at their finished stage, and we still have construction going on throughout the house, we came in and we covered the entire floor with this product called Sprite Shield. We've started using it on the last few houses, and I've loved working with it. It's completely waterproof. It's impact resistant. It has a little bit of felt on the back side, so it's not going to scratch the floors up. So as we finish the house and have all the trades for carpentry, for electrical, plumbing, HVAC, as people are walking through, it's not going to beat up these finished floors. Okay, so we're standing in the kitchen right now, and there are a few different trim and carpentry details that I wanted to point out. Right here, we've got these lintel details, which is kind of a header piece above these doors. Then the casing buildup that we have is a really cool three-piece buildup. We have this first casing piece with the bead profile, then we have the HM501 and the back band that ties it all together. And I think that it just gives it a really unique look throughout the house. Then transitioning to the music room, we have these really cool white oak double doors right here. Then in the jam area behind it, you can see some of this paneling that we've done, which is a really cool detail as well. Then we'll come into the music room. So this music room is pretty incredible. It's full of architectural details, starting with this door. On this antique door, all of the hardware that you see is original hardware from the 1800s. The only thing that is new is we had to get this bottom piece of these pommel hinges custom made to fit onto our door jambs. But besides that, all of the hardware is original hardware. So this latch piece that locks the door in place, that's original. This locking mechanism is all original, pretty rad. So transitioning over to these built-in cabinets here, a few things that are really cool about it. The shelf profile that you can see has a really unique profile. Then something kind of interesting about this door right here, you can see that this actually is going to be an HVAC return. When we were in the four-way stage of the home, we realized that this room needed a return, and the only spot we could place it was right here where the cabinet door was going to go. So we modified the cabinet plans a little bit to make it work, and we're going to end up putting a custom panel on the front so that it can still operate as an air return, but it will match both sides of the cabinets and look just like a built-in cabinet. Okay, then transitioning into the great room and entry area, one thing I wanted to point out was this oversized jamb that we have. It's cool because it's a really good transition between the entryway and the great room. So we did paneling on the sides and the top of the jamb, and we actually had a lot of extra space in this wall. And so what we decided to do is turn it into a hidden door. So you can see as I push on that side, it opens up, and this will turn into a small coat closet. So then on the other side of this jamb, we actually have a little reading nook area. And in this reading nook, we have some rift sawn white oak cabinets. So we have the seat here, we have these drawers down here, And then over here on this side, we have the shelving. And then right here around it, we've surrounded it with shiplap and have crown up at the top right here. And this adds a little bit of coziness to this great room that'll be really fun for these clients. I wanted to show you this dining room. And one of the things that we're doing in the dining room, as you can tell, we have radius windows on every single one of these windows. And when you're dealing with any type of radius and you're trying to trim around it, there's a product that you use called Flex Mold. And so what we've done here is we've installed Flex Mold around every single one of these arches. Something kind of unique that you have to deal with when doing these arch details is this transition point between where the casing is straight and where it starts to curve. And you call that the spring line. And one thing that we always try to do is we try and have our transition point or our joints below the spring line. So you can see we have that joint right there. By doing that, by bringing that seam down below the spring line, it makes the arch look a lot more seamless.